One of our closest friends personally is Marti Gellens and her husband T-Pat Stubbs, who, by the way, can I start off with this? She's a real estate professional, like the real estate professional in Southern California. Her and her mom have created a dynasty. But they also have two boys, not one boy, but two boys, that not only played at the highest level of college baseball, but both of them drafted into Major League Baseball for the same team.
Yes.
The Houston Astros. Garrett Stubbs.
Rare.
What is your younger son's name? CJ Stubbs. Mm-hmm. Garrett and CJ Stubbs. Both. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, you're athletic, but your husband? Come on. Wow. Let's talk about T-Pat.
That clip's getting over to T-Pat.
Yeah. He's a wonderful guy, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Helped my band get noticed I mean, honestly, discovered us.
Yeah.
But I'm never saying that guy has two Major League Baseball. Marti, how are you? Great to see you. I'm so glad you're in the studio with us.
Thank you. Thanks.
First of all, real estate during a pandemic, the first you and I were talking in the very beginning of this thing, and we were talking about you doing video stuff a long time ago, and now suddenly that was the only way to do it. I mean, you were forward thinking on that. Is this the new normal for you guys? Is that no more human contact, just telephone, internet, text messaging, and here's the video of the property?
Well, the first few weeks, definitely. I mean, we couldn't show properties. Yeah. We couldn't meet clients. So everything was being done remote.
Yeah, right.
Things have changed since then. Mm-hmm. We're back to showing properties, but with major restrictions. But to your point, video is huge. The last few weekends, I've been doing virtual open houses on Facebook Live.
Now, how does that work? Are you present while the other people are also present? You go, oh, let's go into the bathroom. And you don't all go in there because it's just a camera.
That would be like FaceTiming, like you're just going to FaceTime somebody and walk them through.
Kind of like that.
What she's doing is she's doing a broadcast. Like, aren't you basically sitting in the studio?
No,
I mean, sitting in the house and saying, here I am in the...
Exactly. So it's a live show.
Are you walking through?
And I'm walking through. And so cool. T-Pat is my videographer.
Oh, my gosh.
You know,
so it's a little wobbly.
Put him to work.
It's a little wobbly.
T-Pat over here.
Done it by
and you can always see the tip of a Corona in the shot.
Bottles in the shot, T-Pat. Bring it down. No.
But so how is that working for you?
It's great. So I have an actually fun story. So last weekend I was at Oceanfront Walk in Mission Beach with one of our properties.
So Mission Beach, for the rest of the country, is a beach community in San Diego, which is beautiful. There's a boardwalk there. It's like, if you consider San Diego beachfront property like La Jolla or Del Mar, this is really where the fun's at, because you actually have a house that sits next to you have a view of all of the
parade of life.
The parade of life.
Everything, yeah. And a big white sand beach,
beautiful
volleyball,
really nice
OTL.
spot.
What are we talking? Yeah. We're talking, is that like a $5 million deal?
Well, so I have two on that beach right now. We have one that's an oceanfront home, and it's $8.9 million.
Whew,
gorgeous.
Just missed our price point, Russ.
We've had a second showing of that last week, so it's real estate's hot right now.
$9 million. So is that? That seems like a lot though.
It's a 5,000 square foot home.
Wow,
it's
huge.
Just completed in 2018. It's concrete. It's gorgeous. 3 stories.
And were you doing a FaceTime live there?
I've not done an open house there.
You don't need to, because that's a property where you have to go by appointment only, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, did I do one there? I did one there. I can't even remember.
$9 million FaceTime live.
Yes, we did it there, and then I did it at this other property on Oceanfront last weekend. And the point of this story is that there was a buyer that's been interested in it, and he tuned into our Facebook Live that we did on Sunday, and he wrote an offer this week.
Really?
Yeah.
See that? Wow.
Joe, I wonder is that your first time you've ever sold a home by basically broadcasting what it's all about?
If we sell it, yes.
I'm looking for a business model. Can you tell I'm looking for a business model?
That's a
we send
great
a camera
idea,
crew out. See, but the point is that you did this all with your cell phone.
Right.
So there was no
camera.
broadcast studio.
No.
There was no lights and sound guy.
No, definitely
you guys are fired.
not.
Set up
Thanks for coming, you guys. Yeah, we got this. All right, so tell us about your child.
Yeah, exactly. So has the market? Okay, so stock market, equities market dropped 30%, got back almost everything. Year over year, we're up almost across the board, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, S&P. Talk about real estate. Real estate, did it dip like the stock market dipped, or did it stay even?
We haven't seen a dip at all. If anything, the first 30 days was just there was nothing going on.
Yeah.
It was very scary because it's like the faucet just turned off.
Now let me stop you there. When the faucet just turns off, had it just stayed off, that's when prices start going down, correct?
Right.
Okay, so it wasn't off long enough.
And it wasn't off long enough, and people realized you can't get into a house. So, and we have a lot of properties, with tenants. They wouldn't let anyone in, so there was this sort of nothing going on period.
What happened? Okay, now let me ask you this. What if you were in escrow to sell your house? You're all fired up, ready to go, and wanting to get out of there. And at the same time, pandemic hits. Now you really don't want to move, right? I mean, there were some people that just, I don't want to go out there and move. Did that stall escrows? Did it kill any sales, or were you able to modify things around that?
So we closed a number of escrows in March that were due to close the end of March, and they happened.
Okay.
But we had a couple that fell out. Buyers just, said,
scared.
hey.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, too. Is because remember the grocery
forward.
pandemic, you thought the world was ending at the time, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm not spending money on a house.
Yeah, it was.
Of course,
scary
we
for
signed
people.
a new lease on a brand new building right now.
Good move.
But you know what?
Smart.
No, but honestly, there was some fear in the air.
There was. So we did lose a couple of deals and people's businesses that were affected.
Sure.
So they backed out. Things just stopped for us personally for about 30 days. We didn't sell a house, and we
so you and your mom sell a lot of houses
Right.
over the years, 30 years, 40 years. Your mom's in this business for 40 some odd years.
Yes.
So my question: were you guys ever scared in the beginning, or did you automatically start thinking, okay, if this is the new normal, we're still going to have to figure out a way to sell real estate?
I've been selling for 35 years. My mom's been selling for 45 plus years.
Right.
We've been through a lot of ups and downs. A month of a down didn't freak us out too bad. I mean, obviously this wasn't affecting the world, and we didn't know what was going to be, but thankfully within 30 days when things started opening up and the phones were ringing again, we were like, okay, it's going to be okay.
And then weren't you getting rules from some god of the state?
Emperor.
Right. Emperor Nuisance.
What was he saying?
Well, don't you? I went to an open house or something, and you have to have gloves. You have to sign a couple pages of disclaimers. You got to put on the mask. You got to have the booties.
It's like you're going to the gym.
Yeah, really.
So open houses are still actually illegal. So if you've gone to an open house,
oh well, we were having a party.
Tell us about your open house, Russ.
It's not
I can talk no further on the subject, and I would defer to my
So they were
lawyer.
doing an underground open house, Russ. Think about that. Yeah. Marti Gellens, our guest, Gellens.com, GELLENS.com, and she is a luxury specialist, meaning that, as you see on the website there. And for our radio audience, you can just go to Gellens.com and check it out. But okay, how does this compare to the Great Recession? I've called this the Great Repression. Because we took this economy and the key, I guess the big solution, the blanket solution to COVID-19 was blanket social distancing, which shut everything down. How did this compare to the Great Recession? Because that was a horrible time.
Yeah, nothing like it. I mean, the recession in 2008 through 11 was because of the real estate market, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
there was. It was mortgage-backed securities.
Bad appraisals, too many loans.
Right.
I mean, the housing market.
Boy, those were the days. I loved it. Fog up a mirror.
Fog a mirror. You can have a pool and a house.
Do not take me back.
So that was really.
Oh, that was horrible. I mean, that was horrible.
This wasn't horrible compared to this.
For a month it was because we didn't know, but a month is.
Did you think in terms of, oh my gosh, here we go again? I'll tell you why that's an important question.
Yes.
When we get back from the break.
Oh, look at him. Holds him through the break.
Yeah. No, it's a very important question.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of people, this feels like the Great Recession. I mean, it was very familiar. It's very fresh.
Yeah.
And the bottom line here is that when you we're not selling a house here.
Sell a house, baby.
The bottom line is it feels so familiar that people are confusing the fact that this isn't a repression. I'll tell you exactly why that's all about. Marti Gellens is our guest. Big Biz Show. Russ, I want to hear about the open house. Stand by.
Just gotta go with it.